Happy New Year's Eve. Welcome to a special edition of Sober Talk. You're here because you want to get sober, you need to get sober, or perhaps you're just sober curious. And hey, how do you know if you have a drinking problem? It's real easy. If it causes problems. And you may have a drinking problem like me. I've quit drinking many times, guys. I've quit 3 months, 6 months, a year. I even went 2 years once, and I've always did it just on my own. You drink to deal with problems, and then all of a sudden the drinking becomes a bigger problem than the actual problem you were trying to deal with, and then next thing you know, your check liver light comes on, and you're having all kinds of issues. You're going through divorce. You're losing your career. You're losing business. All of the above. All of the above. We drink to self-medicate, and oh, geez, that's loud. Don't know what all that's about and why it's doing it. We drink to self-medicate, and then we feel like we get it. Like I went 2 years, and I'm like, I got this. I'm cured. I'm done. I'm done. I could drink again. I couldn't. But if you don't fix yourself while you're sober, drinking is just a symptom of restless, irritable, and discontent. And it's a vicious cycle. You go, oh no, I have a buddy. He only drinks, and he until he gets arrested. Then he'll stop for a couple years, and he'll work. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I can have a couple. And next thing you know, he's drinking a gallon of bourbon a day or something crazy, and then he gets arrested again and go, no, I'm quitting this time. I'm good. I'm good. I'm quit. But he never fixes the problem. We have to fix that problem. Why are we drinking in the first place? And a lot of times it's something from our childhood. I would say 95% of alcoholism addiction derives from some kind of trauma or abandonment when we were kids. That's what the studies say. So I'm pretty hopeful this time. This time I am working the steps. It's my first time doing AA, and I'm liking it. It's kind of tough going to AA meetings right now with the pandemic and everything. So I Google Zoom AA, and there's a Zoom AA meeting starting at every hour. Oh my word, is there all over the world. You go to an AA meeting in China, it's cool as hell. We got a lot of people here. It is New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve to you guys. Lulu's here. Hey Lulu, Daryl's here. Michael Meehan's here. Yeah, we're gonna get right to it. Let's just go right to the daggone phones, man. Let's just do it. Let's get someone on the phone and see how they're dealing without drinking this New Year's Eve. And let's go here. I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't sure that I was going to do a show tonight, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a show tonight, and if I could find my friend's number here, I will. I will do it. I promise you. I'm going to call him. So, how are you guys in the comments? How are you guys celebrating tonight? Are you doing? Are you staying home? Are you off the wagon? What's going on? What's going on here? Like, well, here we go. Here we go. Sorry about that. It's a little warm here. I gotta take this handy dandy jacket off here. Try. Come on, don't get too crazy now.
Is it Christmas time already?
It's Christmas time, buddy. I got you. How are you, brother?
All right, sitting around just partying it up.
Dude, you sound wasted.
Oh, I am wet.
So, you're on a bender?
I'm on a lasagna coma right now.
Oh, wow.
It's bad. It's bad. I lost control.
I didn't think I was going to do a show tonight, and I went home. I went to Kroger, and I bought sushi. I don't know, they do have a little sushi guy there, so it's not like it's not like you're buying sushi at a gas station or anything. But I just bought everything, cold cuts, top of the line sweets. So I'm not going to judge. I'm watching my carbs and stuff, and because I got a little fat. But I spent a couple $100 on a spread from Kroger, believe it or not. And I get home, and I kid you not, every dish in the house is dirty. I'm like, so before I brought that thing, I'm like, I got to do sober talk tonight. I wasn't planning on doing a sober talk, but I have to because I need it. I was a little on edge. So what are you doing to celebrate New Year's Eve? And what did you used to do?
What did we used to do? Oh, good Lord, you name it, we did it. Well, for the longest time, I used to just hit the bars,
Yeah.
celebrate there, and then got people driving, leaving bars on New Year's Eve. There's too many crazy people out there.
Oh yeah.
So, and then we just decided we worked so dang much, we just start taking it easy and lay around and just relax.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I made it to the ball drop last year or not.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's really different this year. You got the whole I think Times Square is zero people there. And it's just cold and miserable, my friends who live in New York. And it's man, hopefully 2021 will be. We lost a lot of people this year to alcoholism and addiction more than usual because people were losing their jobs. And I had a good I was
Trapped at home and depressed.
home and depressed. I fell off deep. I fell off hard during COVID, and that's when I said I can't do this. I couldn't make it up the stairs. I was the cardiomyopathy, the alcohol-induced cardiomyopathy was just really really tough, and it was something else. So
Well,
the
that's surprising because a lot of people they don't worry about it in these times. I mean, they don't have the right frame of mind to be able to get strong enough to try to quit. So hats up to you.
Yeah, and that was me. I was like, I didn't care. I was drinking Bud Light at 10 in the morning, or at noon for lunch or whatever. I didn't. And then when you get away from it, you're like, oh my gosh, I really that's insane. And I guess you're just so happy because you're having that mood altering alcohol, changing the way you feel, and it just it makes it easier. Did you just put your phone to speaker or something, Michael?
Nope,
Well, that's
I
weird.
was on speaker the whole time.
Uh, but yeah, it kind of go insane when you're in it. You just don't care and you don't think straight. And when you get away from it, here's the thing with me. I got away from it for so long, I forgot how crazy I was prior, to doing that or whatever.
Oh yeah,
So yeah. So yeah, it's New Year's Eve. We're gonna have a small crowd tonight. Everyone's out partying and whatnot, but it's just something I needed to do. And uh, do you find it like today? Was it tough? When I was at Kroger, I had like walking past the beer and whatnot. I thought, oh man, that sound maybe just
yeah.
tonight.
People, I guess, need meetings on a night like tonight.
Yeah, absolutely,
You
absolutely.
know, because I was so used to just drinking on New Year's Eve, whether I went anywhere or not. I was always drinking,
Mhm.
and it's just, it's not as fun, as meaningful anymore. But then again, it is because you're bringing in New Year sober,
Yeah.
and you can remember what you do tonight, even if it is going to bed early, or sitting up and watching the ball drop on TV or whatever. It just it it has more meaning and it hurts a lot less the
Yeah.
next day.
Yeah. Yeah. And and
So
that's a thing that I've the structure of sober talk has helped me stay sober, but also I added a new routine, and I've lost 4 pounds this week, and I've been hitting the treadmill. This about a week and a half. I lost 4 pounds, but I've been hitting the treadmill every single day and doing weights back in my. I got a little gym here at my office in the back there, and that's very therapeutic for me to go just get some, to work up a sweat and
yeah,
hitting that bike. And do you get any exercise? But you work. You got a pretty
me,
yeah.
I exercise all day, every day, man. I'm either uh, walking routes or carrying shovels, tools, digging holes, and carrying reels of pipe all over the place. Yeah, I get a workout. When I get home, I'm wore out. So that's one thing that helped keep me in shape. At one time I had a sponsor that told me, anytime I thought about drinking, I needed to start working out, which
Yes,
was a good idea. That's a great idea. If you get
that's a
to the
great
point where
idea.
you start wanting to drink, just hit the weights or go jogging or something. Uh, but I'm constantly going anymore during the day.
Yeah.
When I stop, I'm down. So I really just, I'm to the point now where I don't even feel like drinking's just not an option. It just don't even cross my mind anymore hardly.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you. Well, yeah, Joe Harris says 4 pounds in a week. It's a little over a week, Joel. So, all right, buddy, this is going to be a short show because a lot of the amateur drunk drivers are out tonight, and I want
Mhm.
I want to get home before they get too awfully bad. So I just
Yeah.
thanks for taking the call. Appreciate you, and
Well, hey, we've told people around here, those of us that are sober, we throwed up on Facebook and everywhere else that, it's expensive to drink. It's expensive to have an accident. It's expensive for a DUI, but it's way cheaper to call one of us to come get you.
yeah, and I got
You
the
know,
big Suburban. I can pack a few people in that. So if anyone's in a little
yeah,
area
Chris,
and they need a
me and
ride,
Chris and Josh and all us guys, we're out there and we're willing to go and help if we need to keep somebody safe tonight.
no, that's great. That's great. All right, brother. I will talk with you soon.
All right, love you, man. Take her easy. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, buddy. See ya. Well, it's great to hear him, Michael Meehan. So again, guys, I'm being a little selfish tonight. I'm using you guys because I felt like I needed a meeting and I didn't know where to go. To I'm not on the verge of falling off or anything. I just just felt a little something. So all right, we're gonna call Joel real quick, and then we're gonna call my buddy Daryl. Happy New Year's Eve to you guys. 2020, man. Be glad when it's over,
Hey, it's
right?
Joel.
Hey, Joel, Tom Mabe checking in with you. Happy New Year's Eve, buddy.
Happy New Year.
What's happening? How are you? Sober?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got the grandkids. I'm looking forward to this evening. And French vanilla coffee. Gonna do some celebrating.
That's funny because I went to Kroger tonight and I spent just on desserts alone $40, and I just got all the top shelf dessert and some nice coffee, and I'm looking forward to actually going home and having some coffee and just chilling in my recliner and not worried about getting up tomorrow and feeling like crap. And yeah, so there's a lot to be grateful for when you're sober, right?
That's right. Now, don't gain that 4 pounds back.
Right? I did, man. I've lost. Well, I tell you what it is. It's the three D's: dedication, determination, and diarrhea. I had stomach flu, and that's how I lost. Now, I'm teasing. I cut back on the carbs. I really cut back on the carbs and drinking more water. And my sleep is getting better. I got this calm thing type. I should call Headspace the one I got. And when I take a nap, I'm right out. And at night, I go to bed with this kind of sleepy music, and it goes off. I mean, I've gotten some first time in my life I've gotten really really good sleep. So
You know, I'm
go ahead.
I'm following that. I'm following that same diet plan as you are, and I started this campaign in October, and I've lost 32 pounds so far.
Really?
And
Wow.
that means a lot to me. I've got about 100 pounds left to go, but I'm headed in the right direction.
Well, good. Well, good. Are you really you got how much you want to weigh? You really want to lose 100 pounds more?
Oh yeah, I need to weigh around 160, and I work with a registered dietitian, and we have a Zoom once a week. Um, and also there's a pharmacist involved, and I meet with her in January, and so it's like a whole health plan, and it's offered through my insurance company. And so I signed up for it, and
Yeah.
I'm really working at it, and it means a lot to me. And um, there's all kinds of tracking devices, and I'm also a diabetic, so that's important
Mhm.
that I
Well,
maintain
definitely staying
control
off the
of it.
alcohol. That's definitely good. That has to make you feel a little better, right?
It does. It does definitely. And I went to the doctor in October and got all the blood work done, and then I returned in December and got a repeat of all the blood work, and I could see a dramatic change just in 2 months. from not drinking.
Wow.
And I'm talking about the triglycerides,
Hmm.
all my cholesterol numbers. I'm talking about my liver numbers. All of those numbers improved and became into range, and it's just making a big impact.
Yeah, my
Uh,
numbers are pretty questionable, and it's tough. Yeah, it's really when it gets that bad. And I'm hoping that my uh I'm hoping that my I can get off my blood pressure medicine because I take metoprolol, or whatever it is, and I don't like being on it. I don't like being on medicine at all. Although I am on some new antidepressants that are working because I'm not drinking, and wow, it's really uh, it's man, the quality
I,
of my life
I'm
has
get
improved.
Yeah, I'm getting lined up for the same results. I take four different blood pressure medications. It's now in range.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm getting to the point, and as I lose more weight, I'll be able to drop. I'll be able to drop, those medicines, and so I'm excited about that. Getting off of that, and just the whole health plan, and you know, laying off drinking. That's a big part of it, but also getting control of these other parts of my life too.
Yes, and everything will fall into place. Once you stop drinking and you get the alcohol out of your world, out of your system, things just you know, ailments that you thought you had they're gone. My cardiomyopathy, it was alcohol induced cardiomyopathy, and sure enough, right when I started drinking again, it came back, and all my offices are on the second floor, and the stairs were really tough for me. I would have to stop, and it's all because of alcohol. And so yeah, once you get that uh, done, once you get that taken care of, everything else is going to become. But you can't address your marriage, you can't address your health, you can't address anything until you eliminate the alcohol. My two
Boy,
cents.
that yeah, that really hits home right there.
Yeah.
You had a listener that had a post last night, and it was something like 90% of my health problems or my so-called health problems went away when I quit drinking.
That's correct.
And
Yeah.
boy, ain't that the
Hmm.
truth.
Yeah, it really is. And you're like, you can't believe. I mean, people who are wanting to stop drinking, I cannot tell you how much better you're going to feel. Alcohol is robbing you of your potential, your health, your career. Any if you're wired like I am, it sucks. You just can't drink, but you'll find other things that you can do, and exercising and become an overachiever and just get all these things done. So I hope anyone out there is suffering, get help. Call your doctor. Say, hey, I want to jumpstart my sobriety. I've been trying to quit. I can't get a day. I remember when I was trying to quit, Joel. It was hard to get one day under my belt. But then they say that one day at a time, and that's just not a one day at a time. That's just not a cliche. There's really something to that. If you get one day under your belt, you're like, damn, I didn't drink yesterday. Let's do it again. Let's do 2 days, and then you do a second day, and then you the third day for some get harder, but for me it actually got a little easier, I think. And then you start getting, you get 4 or 5 days under your belt, and each day gets easier. And all those alcoholics, you seem like you have more alcoholic cells than non-alcoholic cells in your body. And then when you finally plow through it, and you start, uh, it just gets easier. I'm not a doctor, but I will tell you, it gets easier, and it's so worth it. But go see your doctor if no one wants to quit cold turkey, especially if you drink really, bad. If you're a heavy drinker, you want to go see a doctor and kind of wean yourself off with the guidance of a medical professional.
One day at a time is important. It's important to me. And the first thing I'm going to have to do every day is remind myself I can't drink. When things get good and 9 years later you got this and I can have a few, no,
No,
I can't
I've done that.
ever.
I've done that so many times.
I,
Yeah, Michael Meehan says, Michael was just on the phone. He said, once you have the power to stop drinking, you find that you have the power to stop other bad habits. Then you have the strength to do good things for your health. It's a win-win. Congrats to Tina Labate, 138 days sober. So pleased myself. I'm pleased with you too, Tina. And Kalea says Tom has so much wisdom to share. Tom's full of crap, Kalea. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a drunk. Uh, I'm pushing 6 months, I guess. January 18th. So that's gonna be good. But I really, man, I gotta tell you, I'm digging this exercise bike I got. Oh my gosh, that that's that is just as important to me right now than sober talk. So.
Yeah, that needs to be my next step is getting involved with my structure
Hmm.
with the exercise plan.
Are you able to
And that's in
walk?
my
Are you able to walk? Are you healthy enough to do that?
I can, but I'm not talking about a brisk walk and elevate my cardio like it needs to be. But that's where I need to get to. I need to our I work with a dietitian, and
Hmm.
so the short term goal is just walk every day, and then start working to build up to 30 minutes at least 5 times a week,
Yeah.
and then go from there. So, but it's on my daily agenda, my daily structure, and I keep it in my journal. So it's something I address every day, and that's something that's next, man.
You know, if you started with one push up or one, half a mile or something, just one of anything, and every
Yeah,
week you add it a second. 10 weeks you're up to 10 push-ups, and God, that's a goal I need to do. But that it. I mean, push-ups are amazing. There's so many things that you can do, but you have to start. You have to start with just one thing, and just stick with it. And I started out. I'm embarrassed to say this. I got a bike that has the arms and everything on it, and I was killing myself at 3 minutes. I had to stop. I had to because I was so out of shape, and uh, and today I did almost 15 minutes on the bike itself, and then I got off and did some weights, and then I got back in another 10 minutes on the bike. And
now see, that's motivational. You need to be telling me more of that stuff and
well,
and,
you just
and
have to
coach
do
me
it.
on that.
It's like someone said, I was gonna go. I had a buddy of mine. He was 30. So I was going. He's real smart. And when we back when we were in our 30, I was a little older than him. He says, man, I was gonna go back to medical school, but I just, I'm gonna be like 40, 42 before I'm a doctor. I said, well, you're going to be 42 anyway. Wouldn't you rather be a 42-year-old doctor than a 42-year-old guy working here at the music store? So.
Exactly.
All right, brother. Well, happy New Year's Eve to you, and just wanted to call and say hello. And anybody else want to talk, man? Just throw your number up here in the comments, and I will give you a call. This is kind of free for all, free fall. This was not planned. This was not planned. I'm just calling people. But if you want me to call you, uh, email me Tom at tommabe.com or sobertalklive@gmail.com. Sobertalklive@gmail.com. I'll give you a buzz and we can talk. Uh,
Well, happy New Year, and I appreciate it.
you too, buddy. I'll see you.
All right. Bye bye.
So Ann Sizemore says, thanks for the selfless actions, Tom, and please continue to share what you got. You're here day to day. Got you here. Oh, continue to share what got you here day to day. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ann Sizemore there. See, let's see here. I'm going to call my buddy Daryl, see if I can get him on the phone. See what's going on with him. He told me my feed was freezing up. Is the feed freezing up? There's Chris Money. I started the perfect push-ups on my knees, doing 10, and was spent. That's where I'm going to be starting out again in the morning. Good for you, Chris.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good.
What's
How
up?
are you?
I'm good. I am really. I'm good. I needed to get this. We're doing a little short sober talk tonight, but so I'm just calling my buddies here in the little community, and I felt like I just needed to just do a little something something. And how are you? What are you? You're in for the night? You and the missus aren't getting
Oh
out and do
yeah,
anything?
yeah.
like you said, it's amateur night.
You know, I got
I'm
that.
not going out there.
I got that from you. I got that from you,
Yeah.
amateur. Oh, jeez. We're talking to Daryl
Anyway,
Hanson. Go ahead.
just real quick, I'll tell you. It lagged a few times. I believe your assistant Carrie messaged me,
Uh-huh.
and she's watching too. It's just really short, like
Little freeze frames.
but
Little freeze frames.
yeah.
Well, we're kind
But
of disappointed.
it's not really bad, you know.
Yeah, well, a lot of it, I'll have to go back and watch and see if it records like that as well. I record the podcast as
Yeah,
well at the same time, and it's flawless. And if anyone
I
wants to,
could tell you. I could tell you one time. Not to interrupt you, but I just don't want to forget to tell you this. Right after you had called Joel, start watching it. Then he says something about kids or grandkids, and then it froze.
gotcha.
So that's one spot I can tell you for sure it did.
Okay,
It did it
sure.
once.
Well, I go back
So,
when I go home. I rewatch the whole show and I watch for technicals and I watch and see what I
sure.
could be doing better and things like that. How I could do my hair differently. You know, little things like that. Teasing.
Hey, when
Uh,
you're perfect, you know, how can you improve on perfection? You
that's
know?
right. So Carrie's
I
watching.
tell my wife I'm the total package. You know.
Carrie's not my, so she's the office manager and she does
Oh,
everything. She does well. She's also my assistant, but she could fire me any day too. She kind of runs the place. But she we had a consultant come over, a tech guy, our technical guy come over today, and we thought
sure.
we had hardwired everything, and we thought we had fixed it, and I don't. I'm sure it's better than what it was maybe last night. So, but we'll take
Oh,
a look.
it's okay. I mean, it's just momentary. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's pretty good. And thank you for doing this tonight. I know there's a lot of people out there. I saw in the comments too that are really happy that you're doing it tonight.
Yeah, you know,
Tonight's an
we don't really,
important night.
it is an important night and you're home and you're like
You
you start thinking, geez, what are we going to do, and driving here I drove by my neighbors and their doors are open and I could see there's 3 or 4 people, they can't big get-togethers, but people are getting together and they're drinking and I see the beer bottles and like, I just, I mean, that could easily go down there if it wasn't for, the pandemic or whatever. But I just felt like I didn't want to leave people hanging. I didn't want to leave me hanging. Kind of, I mean, like I said, it's kind of selfish. Hey,
Yeah.
Derek says way better. Good. Hey, real quick, Daryl, I don't want to forget to do this. I picked up a sponsor. It's Kentucky's Best Hemp, and they're paying me to. I'm actually able to ramp up my gear and brought my consultant's been in twice now.
Nice.
He's a technician. He's a wiring consultant and tells me what to buy and what to do and everything. But if you guys do buy CBD, please check out
Okay.
KYSBestHemp.com, KYSBestHemp.com. And I'm telling this to everybody, not just you, Daryl, but there's a now through January 2nd, if you go to their website and upon checkout, type in promo code TOM30 and get 30% off. That's KYSBestHemp.com. Use promo code TOM30 and get 30% off. So there you have it. There you have it. So what
Well, I thought maybe that 30 was for your age or something.
it is just coincidence. Yeah, what coinky dink. Jeez. Oh man.
Yeah.
So and Michael Meehan says join the club, and I want to remind everybody too to get into our private group. If you come to the page and you really are struggling and you need help, get into our private group. And tomorrow night we have a great Daryl. Have you seen my buddy here, James Sweezy? Have you seen him on?
Yeah. Yes, I have. Yeah.
Boy, he's
Very, very good.
he's coming back on tomorrow night, and I gotta tell you, it's gonna be a good show. He owns a treatment facility, and
Yeah. Yep.
he gets people in like. I mean, the goal is not to get people in his facility, but I mean, well, sure it is, but he's like people in other states and stuff. He'll hook them up and find out if they have Medicare. So these are your 2 options. But he's so
That's
knowledgeable
amazing.
he's so knowledgeable. And so I'm looking forward to him being here tomorrow night. What else
Right.
is going on? When was your how long? It's been 20 years since you had a drink?
Oh no, it's going on 9 years. I mean, totally. If I went back out in 2010 or 11, it was. I went out a few months. and then I found my now wife,
Mm.
you know. So it's like, you know, it was bad that I went and drank again, but boy, I'll tell you, it was kind of worth it because now I've got my beautiful wife, you know.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't good that I did it though. I mean, I let myself down so much, and it meeting after I had screwed up. I don't call it a slip. I didn't slip. I didn't fall on the floor. I screwed up.
Yeah.
I knew what I was doing. And right
Did
when
you
I
get
took
in
that first
how
Bud
long
Light and I
the Bud Light? Go ahead. Right.
poured it down, you know.
Uh-huh. And what
Yeah, go
happened?
ahead.
When you took that first Bud Light, how long before you were back? You're like, Daddy's back. I'm drinking again. How long did it take you to get
Right
back?
then.
Right then.
Right then. It's like, yeah. And I'll tell you what, anybody that's got some years under them in that, um, the hangovers still hurt. And they don't get any better. They still hurt oh my God. I think they hurt worse as the older you get.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just terrible. It's just, and my thing was, I'd never go out and drink if it was something bad.
Mm-hmm.
I had to be careful of something good. That's why I went out and drank. I had just gotten my divorce, and I was so happy. I was actually heading to a meeting, and that little devil was on my shoulder saying, bar, meeting. Well, the devil won.
Oh, and the
I
devil, and
let
you
him
just,
win,
and
though.
you, oh,
I
you were
let
just
him
like,
win.
you were celebrating.
Yep.
How long were you married?
For 24 years.
Jeez.
And now Jackie and I have been together going on 9, or 10, actually.
Wow,
So,
24 years. How, when you have
yep.
someone in your life like that for so long, how is that I mean, it feels like that would be an addiction to get over that, or was it long gone before you guys ended?
It was way gone, yeah.
Was it a bad
For
marriage, or
years.
did you
And
guys just grow apart?
it just wasn't good.
Okay.
It just wasn't good. I stuck around just for my youngest to turn 18. I didn't want my kids coming from a broken home.
I think that's what
So
my
I
wife
stuck
is
around.
doing.
And once that,
She's sticking around. My daughter goes off to college here soon, so we'll see real soon if I fall off.
yeah, you're going to be in the garage.
Yeah.
Hey, just remember, brother, you got a bed here if you ever need.
Awesome. And don't you live up in like Minnesota or something, or I know you live in
No,
Milwaukee,
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, yeah.
No, Wisconsin up by Green Bay. I'm about 40
Yeah.
miles west of Green Bay.
You know Cato
So,
Kalin, he's from Wisconsin. Did you know that? Do you know who Cato is?
mm-mm. I've heard of Kale.
Cato with the O.J. Simpson trial. And
Oh, yeah.
this is a little trivia for you guys. I want y'all to see something. Let me show this to you. This is just a little fun trivia for you. Uh, if you look right here, you see that? If you look at your screen, Cato's one of my very best friends for many, many, many years. That's us on the red carpet. We were a movie I was in with Lionsgate called Natural Born Pranksters, and Cato went with me.
Well, that's on your Facebook page, right? The
Yeah,
picture on
that's
there?
on the Sober Talk.
Yeah,
That's Mr. Cato right there.
sure.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay.
We've been dear friends for God, maybe pushing 30 years, and
Huh?
just a
Oh,
great dude. Just in the
yeah.
most. Doesn't really drink. He's one of those guys who can have like one beer and then he's done. He'll buy one beer and we'll go out and he'll just hold on to it the whole night. It's just amazing. It's
Oh,
just
that was not me.
yeah, not me either. Uh,
Oh, God.
so if you know
Never me.
this is from Brian Biggerstaff. Says if you know someone who is struggling, reach out. You might be the reason they don't drink tonight. I would rather be on with you all than out drinking. Y'all rock. Thanks, Brian. Brian's coming in Monday night. Brian's driving up from Spartanburg and
Nice.
being on the show in person. Uh,
Nice.
Okay, Carrie wants me to show this video. Okay, I will before we're done. I'll wrap up the show on that one, Carrie. But oh, this is back when we were drinking. Here, that's a good idea. Let's do this. Since this is we really have no rhyme or reason. We are just hanging out tonight doing just our thing. It's not really a super duper sober talk meeting. Nothing was planned. I called a couple of my buddies, like Daryl here, said, "Hey man, if I go live, would you hop on?" He said, "Yeah, if I'm around, I'll pick up." And that's what we had did. And I'm trying to think, was there someone else called who may be waiting on me? But here let's play. Uh, Now, are you able to, Daryl? Are you able to see something while you're are you? How do you
Yeah.
watch Sober Talk on a laptop or something? Or how do
I'm
you
on
do it?
my phone. My wife's on it too right now, and I'm looking over her shoulder.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
So right now, you can see me right now. There we go.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if this is gonna. Okay, let's see if we can play this.
There's a little bit of a lag on her phone.
Here you go. Here you go. Well, this is 2000.
Hey, what's up? It's me, I'm Cato Kalin. You guys remember I used to be America's favorite house guest. Yeah, well, guess what? I own my own place now. I'm a home owner. So, it's kind of weird going from being a house guest to having a house guest, which I do right now. I got a friend of mine, Tom Mabe. He's from Louisville, Kentucky. So, it's kind of difficult. He wants to be an actor out here and a comic. It's a very tough lifestyle, too. And I figured, sure, Tom, I can put you up for a day. Well, it's been 2 weeks, and that's him right now. And, can you bring me some toilet paper?
Hey, Kato here?
Cato, your hoes here.
These broken bricks! Let's find it!
Oh, hey, you got the list of honey boo boo. Everything that she does it. Oh, turn. No. Khloe Kardashian is getting a divorce. In 2 years. Hey, who do you think will win in a fight? Khloe Kardashian or the great Hulk Hogan? I can't watch any more of that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's
You got
just,
my wife just laughing.
oh, jeez. But Cato is a dear friend, and it's so. Oh,
Oh, that's funny.
here I am on the toilet.
Tom, I have 4 other bathrooms.
Right there on the
Just
toilet.
get out of here.
Hold on.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a lag.
Yeah.
But- Yeah, I'm watching it.
Yeah. It's a little bit of lag, but well, great. Let's
Yeah.
read some comments here. Wasn't Cato in Big Brother? Yes, Cato was in Big Brother, and he actually talks about me because Tom Green's a dear friend, and he and Cato were both talking about me on the show. Let's see. Sober parties are fun. The first one for me was strange at first, and soon the humor took off. Playing Pictionary was great. That's Kalea. Kalea, I want to call you one day. Why don't you let me call you? You can tell me how to pronounce your name. She's a regular on the show, and I'm glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here. But let's see. No doubt in mind, even after over 4 years sober, I would drink as much beer as I could after one sip. That's just one of a million reasons I don't have the desire. So are you like that now? You so like Daryl? You think you could go out right now and just have a couple of beers?
Oh no, I don't think I got another drunk in me, because if I do it, that's gonna be it. I'll never. No, I can't.
No, I hear you.
I've lived more of my life sober than drunk, and I just enjoy life too much. It's too much chaos, heartache, heartbreak, everything with that alcohol. It's poison. I wanted to tell you too, and everybody listening. Back when I went to treatment back in February of 1989, I was told by a counselor, "You know why you have an hangover?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because you probably went out and had too much." He goes, "You know what that is? The way you ache and hurt and everything." I'm like, "Well, I don't know." He said, "It's actually your body is craving the alcohol because it likes how it felt." I don't know if I truly believe that or not, but it really got me to think.
Yeah, that's
You
really
know?
interesting. Wow.
But it's poison. It's a poison to us. But it, he he swore up and down that that's what it was. That the achy, feeling nauseated and everything else. That
Well,
was his
I do
body
think there's
saying, "Hey,
something to that. I think there's something to the point to where
sure,
like hair of the dog, because I remember
yeah,
I would drink, and then and then and then get drunk and home, and the only thing that would make me feel better was another beer, and I would catch myself having a beer just to and my wife go, oh, I already started, huh? And she couldn't believe it. She just had she can't understand why I would do that. And I go, I don't understand either. Well, guys, Daryl, thanks
it's
for
just
taking the
it's just
call.
inside us.
It
You know,
is.
it's just inside us. It's, some people have it, some don't. That's why
Yeah.
we are alcoholics. And it's just that's just the way God made us. It's unfortunate, but you know what? I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'll gladly say I'm an alcoholic. I'm not
No,
ashamed of it
no,
for a minute.
yeah, and I want to try to take the stigma away from it. What I hate is people who call me and they go, I don't want to talk about it in public. I don't want to talk about it in public. I don't, and they're so
Yeah,
embarrassed. They're so embarrassed. I'm like, no, no, trust me. Getting drunk,
should be proud.
to your kids' play. That's embarrassing. At your kids' play, that's embarrassing. But you're right. You should be proud. Like, yeah, hey man, I gotta,
Yeah,
And when I, especially starting the show, people are like, I have people that from my church, from my childhood, and they're all like, "Hey, man, wow, that was really brave what you did." I drink too much. I drink 2 bottles of wine a night. These are women, or this, So it's really easy to, but when you just go, "Hey, yeah, it's it's bullshit," but I'm wired that way. It sucks.
yeah,
I'm one of them. I'm one of them. One of those alcoholic people. Whatever.
yeah.
It is what it is, and it's uh, but it is. It is.
Oh, it's like I heard so many guys say in meetings, "Oh, my name is so and so, and I'm a grateful alcoholic." They're grateful because they got sober,
Yeah.
and that's the way I feel. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I am sober.
Derek
And
Snitsky says that's my problem. I'm good for a while, then it creeps back up, and that's why I'm here. 121 days. Well, Derek, that's right. You need to have some kind of structure program to constantly remind you that hey,
sponsor,
yeah. Well, a lot of people aren't into AA, but this is pretty much this is a lot of our viewers are AA, so they're picking up tips. They don't really realize that they are picking up tips,
mhm,
but man, I tell you what, to hear James Sweezy explain, the step 10, taking, and I tell you what, it's gotten better for me when you take self inventory of things that you did bad today. Like again
sure,
today, I got short with my son. My son and I, we just clash, and but it's not nearly as bad. He's like, when your computer just bogs up and it bogs down, and you've got so much crap on your computer, and you're working on your computer, instead of shutting it down correctly, you just go unplug your computer, and the next time you try to start it up, which like the following morning, you it's like it's trying to reboot, it's trying to find things, find files and everything. That's why it's so important to do self inventory at night. Go like, what did I do today? Was I mean to someone?
do a reboot.
Yeah, did I lie? Did I do this? And you get
Hmm.
all this stuff, and then you shut your brain down, and then the next morning you start your brain back up, and you pray that you don't do the things that you did the day before. And each day you get a little better. So think about that. Take those nightly inventories of things that you did today that you wish you hadn't, or you wish you handled a tad differently, and then tomorrow, start fire up your computer, start up your brain when you wake up, and sit there and meditate and go, all right, today I'm going to make a concerted effort not to be short with my son or not to do this or whatever. And that really that that really helps. But yeah, there's a lot to those steps in AA. I think people
Oh, sure there is.
And even if you don't have a
You
drinking
betcha.
or a drug addiction or a drinking issue or whatever, those 10 steps are what an incredible life roadmap. Those steps are. They're incredible. So
Well, it's like when you take an inventory, a self inventory like that, you're also like doing a cleansing. You know, you're clearing your mind of it. You know, it's you feel better. And then when
yeah,
you work on the problems that you know, like say you yelled at your son, okay, now I'm going to work on that. You're going to feel better about yourself. AA is not my drinking program. AA is for me for my living program because my life was so messed up. I need that structure. I need the guidance to live life better. So that's for me. That's how it works.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
Well, real quick, guys, I want to thank our sponsor for making this show possible. They've been sponsoring this show the past couple of weeks. It's Kentucky's Best Hemp, and the website is kysbesthemp.com. That is kysbesthemp.com. And if you do buy CBD, give those guys a shot. And if upon checkout, use promo code Tom30. That's Tom30 for 30% off. And that is good through January 2nd, 2021. If you're listening to this on a podcast, you know, and it's July, well, just ignore it. All right. So, well, all right, Daryl, thank you so much for taking the call. And I will
Oh,
talk with you.
absolutely.
I'll talk with you down the road, brother.
All right, brother. You take care and happy New Year to you and everybody else.
Happy New Year to you, brother.
Take care.
All right, we'll see you.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye
All
bye.
right, thanks, buddy. So Carl didn't think we were going live tonight, so I hope everything is good with Carl. And Carl's father is real sick, and he's 84, and he has COVID, and COVID's not even the worst of his issues. So that's Michael Meehan. Surround yourself with good people, and good things will happen. Chris Money, you got to find a higher power, whatever works for you, not to drink, because choices lead to you to drink. Let it be AA, let it be sober talk, God, kids, whatever. And I know that a friend of mine, his higher power is nature, because he knows someone bigger than humans made it. You know, that's mine, like the universe. I got God and the universe, so that's pretty daggone cool. So, well, guys, if no one else needs, let me check my email real quick. Carrie, is there anything I'm missing that I need to do here? Um, so let's see here. I've been in a while. Feels right. This is right. Al, I can give you a few minutes if you want to call. All right, here we go. Let's just call Al real fast and see if he can pick up for a second. I would love to get Al on the phone for a second just to say hi. He may not be able to pick up now, but let's see here.
Hello.
Hello, Al. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing, Tom?
Well, you know what? I want to call you back because I want to talk to you about something, and I'm on the. Let me call you back, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye, buddy. Good to hear your voice. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that is. I can give you a few minutes if you want to call. Well, that's. Well, that's the problem when you have two buddies named Al. So my buddy Al here. What I do here? I'm kind of stuck. I invited Al to be on the show tonight, and it was the wrong Al. Did I ever tell you the time about Dwight Witten? I know one Dwight, and Dwight called Carrie. Listen to this, and the guys, I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, and Happy New Year's Eve to you. But Dwight sent me a message. He said, "Man, I'm going to New York, and I want to get on stage." I'm like, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, it's been my dream. Been my dream. I want to get on stage." And I'm calling Caroline's. I'm calling the seller. I'm calling all my buddies. Hey, man, this guy, he's a dear friend. I do a podcast with him. We talk funny in Kentucky, and he really wants to get on stage. And I think he's a DJ here, and he's done some open mics here, and he's done. Is he funny? Nah, yeah, I don't know. And I spent a couple days getting this, and then the White saying, "Tom, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough." Comes to find out, it was a different Dwight. I didn't even put it together. I know one Dwight. I didn't even bother to look at his profile picture or anything. So that's crazy. So you can call me out. I love you guys. What a f up that was. Gee, should I? I'm gonna come clean. Should we call Al back, Gary? Just come clean and tell him what I did. Oh God, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. He sounds drunk too. Oh God.
Hello.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You're live with me on Facebook right now. Just so you know.
All right.
What are you doing right now?
Oh, just we're just kind of hanging out with family. You know, I get the honors of going into work tomorrow, so up
Oh,
early.
so are you drinking tonight?
No.
No. Now, are you a drinker? Were you ever a big drinker? Did you drink?
I was. Well, I was a self-proclaimed alcoholic for about 6 years.
Wow. And when's the last time you had a drink?
I only, oh God, like last New Year's,
Wow.
I
So
think.
I got a confession, and but this works out great that you're a self-proclaimed alcoholic. I've recently met another guy who's in the program, and he's an alcoholic. And I mean, I didn't recently just meet him, but I've known him for a little bit. And we got sober around the same time. And I was texting him, say, hey, I'm thinking about doing a special sober talk tonight. You wanna between 8 and 9 you would come, and I didn't realize I was actually texting you, the wrong Al. But I got to tell you, you're a lot more amusing and friend. You're one of my you're a lifelong dear friend. So, but I didn't know that I never knew you to have a drinking issue. You used to come to my
Oh
shows, and
yeah.
I don't remember you ever being drunk or anything.
Oh no. See, that was a long time ago for me. Like, when we met, I'd been, oh, I haven't drank like that in years
Okay.
before we met.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, it was
You were back in you were alcoholic when you were real young then.
earned or before my teens into my teens that I was extremely bad into it because I was both into alcohol and then I tapered off alcohol a little bit and went into drugs for a little while and then I
This
quit everything.
this was when before you were a teen, you were drinking?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. By the time I was really, really bad.
Well, Al, I never knew.
Like I had 3 bottles of whiskey that I kept underneath my mattress. I took whiskey to school so I could drink during school so I could get through the day.
You're kidding me.
No.
Wow.
I used to put well, my favorite was Jack Daniels. I used to put Jack Daniels in one of my dad's cologne bottles and I kept it in my locker. That was the only reason I went to my locker was to get a drink.
I had no idea. And how did you stop?
Well, well, like I said, back in the day, it was I started tapering off alcohol because somebody was like, "Here, try speed." I started taking speed, so I was hitting speed really hard. But when I'd get up in the morning, I would take roughly about 3 shots of whiskey, and I'd take about 6 hits of speed.
How did you get off everything? And are you off everything?
I am off everything. Yeah, I've been clean off everything for. Yeah, I'm almost. Well, this year I'll be 49, so I've been off of it for a little over 30 years.
What, was it a struggle getting off? Did you have to get help, or did you just do it?
No, actually, I got up one morning and I did my regiment. I took 3 shots, popped 6 pills, and I looked up into the mirror and I didn't recognize who I saw, and it scared the living hell out of me.
How about that? Wow. Well,
And I quit cold turkey.
I'm glad I called back and confessed because I called you and you're like, hello? And I'm like, this doesn't sound like. I looked down, it was the wrong Al. And,
No, I also was had a drinking habit and drug habit, and I quit everything.
Well, someone just said, Chris Money just says, this is an awesome accidental call. Because I hung up. I'm like, I can't have Al on oh, golly. He's drunk on the phone talking about being in what a quinky dink. That's freaking awesome.
There you go, man.
Hey,
Well,
have
so,
you, have
see,
you,
we knew each other all this time, and you had no idea that at one point in time I had a drinking
I think
and
I
a drug
recall
problem.
now. I think we were sitting at a booth at a comedy club up in toward Indianapolis, and it was me and Johnny Watson, and you were
Yep,
there, and I was totally drunk off my ass after the show,
yep.
and I
That
think
was
I
your MO
yeah, it
after
was.
the show. You just start slamming them.
Did you remember? Were you there that time that everyone just sending me up shots?
Yeah,
I mean, it was one time I said, when they buy me shots, please just send me water, because everyone in the audience they want to get the comic drunk, and I'm like, so
yeah.
I'm up there acting like I'm drunk, and then I got off stage, then I get really drunk. But oh my, I bet I had 12, 15 shots of people were paying $4 for a little thing of water, thinking
Because
they were.
I remember telling you needed to slow down, and that's when you had told me. No, I told the bartender to start giving me water.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I was somewhat smart. Well, I had to get through the night and but there's been times I wasn't that smart. Uh, but have you talked to our buddy Johnny lately?
As a matter of fact, I talked to him on the phone yesterday, and then I texted with him today, and I believe we'll be talking on the phone tomorrow.
Yeah, he and his wife came by the office yesterday, and a lot of stuff going on in his world,
Mm-hmm.
and he will be coming on the show next week, I think, one time, because he came from a whole he's never had a touch of alcohol. He's never drank in his life, and he's close to
Wow,
my yeah.
wish I could honestly say that. Looking back, it was a lot of time and money wasted.
What was the biggest rock bottom that you did when you were drunk or using speed or whatever?
Oh, well, I can tell you this. I was at a party one night, and it was here in my hometown, and it was at an apartment complex, and me and two other of my friends went there, and at the time, I was smoking marijuana pretty heavily,
Okay.
and we went into the party, and somebody that knew me knew I drank Jack Daniels. That was my whiskey of choice, and they came up and they handed me a half a gallon bottle, and I sat down in the chair and smoked, I don't know, probably about 3 joints and drank about 3/4 of that half gallon, and I blacked out. But then my friends that were with me that got me back home were telling me the next day all this stuff I did. I didn't remember a thing, and that scared the hell out of me.
Were they bad things, or were they things that were they?
It wasn't anything that was like horrible. Like I didn't strip down and run around the apartment or anything. I didn't break any laws other than being drunk and
Yeah,
high off
but you just don't remember.
marijuana.
You just don't remember.
I just didn't remember anything that I did, and a lot of the stuff I did was just I was a jerk to a couple of people, and then I was
I'm sorry, you did
making
what?
an ass out of myself.
You
And
said you did what to a couple people?
I said I was a jerk
Oh,
to
you
a
was.
couple
Oh,
of people.
sorry. It's like, this is a family
Man,
show.
you went way.
No, I swear to
way off
God,
the
I
deep
thought
end.
that's what you said. Oh God.
No,
Sorry.
I was a jerk to
Gotcha.
a couple of people.
Okay. Okay.
So
All right.
and it was
Mm.
I don't remember any of that, and they were telling me the stories, and I was like, oh my God, I hate this. So
Well.
yeah.
Well, brother, it was so great to hear your voice. Happy New Year's. I do. I think about you often. I reach out to you. I have in the past few weeks actually, and we
Yep.
spoke. And yeah, let's stay in touch, especially now with some new developments in our world. So,
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, definitely.
all right, buddy. Well, I appreciate you, and I'll talk with you soon.
All right. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Al. All right, bye.
Bye.
So what that is, so if you guys are just tuning in, that was the wrong Al. I called Al from my phone, not Al, my buddy who is in recovery. Al, just know guy used to hang out the comedy clubs with me all the time. Thinking, and not only did I call him, I've been texting with him back and forth. Wonder if he could be on the show. Yeah, sure. I'll give you a few minutes. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, guys, I love you. Thanks so much for tuning in on a special disjointed, discombobulated uh, special New Year's Eve show. Again, tomorrow night we'll be back on track. I have uh, I have James Sweezy coming in from RAC. That is the Robert Alexander Center, and he's so knowledgeable and great tips, great stories, and it's such a he'll really take you to church. This guy is really, if you know someone, he's a good speaker, and I can't wait for you guys. If you haven't seen James on the show, be sure not to miss that tomorrow. And Kenny Rice, you're welcome. Thank you, Mickey Griggs. Yes, sir. The warm of the first drink, Chris Money, way better. Way to end sober talk with a lifelong friend. Yeah, what a better way. That's right. Uh, let's see. There's someone else's. Let's see. What better way? Love Tom. I can't keep. I knew you where you were going. Oh, Mickey Griggs. Yeah, you knew when he was being a jerk. Okay. All right, guys. I love you. Again, this is a special. I don't even know if we're gonna keep it up. I just wanted to come in and do this, but do me a favor. Show our sponsor some love. Kentucky'sBestHemp.com. That's KYS besthemp.com. KYS besthemp.com. And tune in tomorrow with our friend James Sweezy. Will be on the show. All right, love you guys. Night.